What's up guys, I'm DeatHInfernoXxGaming and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making a very dangerous but very powerful rapist build. It can deal very high overall DPS and looks like every single behemoth here is level 18. So we have no other choice but to fight every single one. Hell first since it's closest, then we're going to do the quick shot and Velomir in that order. So let's just start by hitting any part you want and empower reload just before it gets underground. Use your grip and evade through this one jump and cast a Revenant and your special. Easy, that's the first step. Let's keep hitting it. Any part you want, empower reload, and make sure to pick up the Revenant orb so that you can refresh the duration and increase it. Okay, evade through that one and empower reload. What's it gonna do next? Evade through that one again and catch your Revenant and special. Easy. That's a false HP gone and it's getting enraged, so let's try to break apart. Maybe. Alright, part break. There we go. Alright, let's just get close. Empower reload, use your special, and Revenant just to refresh the duration again. Okay, empower reload again after the clip is gone, and let's try to break another part. Maybe. There we go. Alright, let's get close and pick up the orbs just to refresh the duration a bit. And there we go. It's gonna die soon, I guess. Look at that damage. It's over leveled, but yep, it died under 1 minute, which is very good, which means this build would work with behemoths with our normal level difference. And as you can see, it deals very high amount of burst damage, especially from the special and Revenant. So let's just check out the build real quick. Alright, so here's the build, guys. It's a not very simple build because we have legendaries, we also have Lady Luck stuff, but at least we don't have Catalyst, so we don't have to spend rounds on tonics and stuff. And I deliberately did not bring any tonics as well, so Catalyst will not be much of a use. And this build is a very dangerous build because of the Revenant Omnicell. If you're not familiar with the Revenant Omnicell, it will summon tendrils at the cost of your health, up to 500 health. And every 100 health spent, you're going to summon a tendril, dealing very high damage to the behemoths. And every time the tendril hits the behemoth, you're going to spawn a void orb, and each orb collected will give you 4% damage bonus, and that is actually very awesome. Picking up the orbs will also extend the duration by 1 second, and that is why this Revenant Omnicell is used a lot in speedruns and stuff, because it can deal very high burst damage as well as increasing your damage with no stack limit. But one downside of this Revenant Omnicell is if you activate the Revenant Omnicell, you're going to enter the Revenant state, and during the Revenant state you're going to not be able to heal from any source, but at the end of the duration you're going to heal for 115 health for over 10 seconds for every single orb that you pick up. So during the Revenant state you might die in a single hit from the behemoth. That is why it's very dangerous but high risk and high gain. And simply relying on Revenant as your source of damage is not really that awesome. That's why we brought this weapon with us, the Shroud, which has the unit effect to increase your damage by 50% when you're under 20% health. The Revenant cast can reduce your health, which will help a lot in achieving the unit effect when under 20% health. And when under 20% health, every single damage that you'll deal to the behemoth will be increased by 50%, and that's really good. And don't be fooled by the when under 20% health. It's not necessarily under 20%. While I was testing it out in the training grounds, it's actually 20% and below, which means when you're at 20% health, you will still get the 50% bonus. And with this set of perks right here, you are going to be able to cast the Revenant at a maximum of 3 times, and on the second cast onwards, you're going to activate the unit effect of the when under 20% health. So here's the explanation. We are going to start by explaining the Parasite and Rage combo, which is a very good combo for the Revenant because Revenant counts as taking damage, which means the Rage will activate, giving you 20% damage bonus, and also the Parasite to reduce the damage taken from the Revenant by 20%, which means 500 health cost will be reduced to 400 because of the 20%. And there is also the damage being dealt over 10 seconds, but when I used the Revenant just now, the damage from Revenant does not get dealt over 10 seconds, so I'll just take it as a good thing because it's not necessarily negative. And there's also the Berserker to reduce your max health, so you only have 800 max health with this build. So the first cast will reduce your health by 400 because, as I've explained earlier, Parasite will reduce the damage taken from Revenant by 20%, which means 500 will be 400, which means the first cast will reduce your health to 400, and your next cast will reduce your health to 160. And the reason for that is because Revenant will not kill you. 400 cost will definitely kill you, which means the cost for the second cast is 300. And the Parasite will reduce the damage taken by 20%, which means 60 damage will be mitigated, which makes you take 240 damage instead. And that leaves you with 160 HP. And guess what? The Berserker will reduce your max health by 300, which means you only have 800 max health, and the 20% health limit for the unit effect to activate is actually 160 if you count it mathematically. And with the second cast, you have 160 HP, which means the second cast will activate the unit effect, giving you 50% bonus damage to every single attack that you have. And that is why this combo right here is actually very good. And the rest of the perks here are just to increase damage and efficiency in battle. There's Cunning, Predator, and Pulse to increase your damage, Molten to increase your attack speed, and Immunity to Burning, that's really important. And A3 Attunement, which is also very important because we have the Scorch Defiance to give us shield, and shield can help us avoid getting one shot by the Behemoth because of the Revenant, which reduces our health to 100 or below 100. And that sums up the perk summary. Let's go through the build. The Shroud Helmet with Berserker, the Boreas with Parasitic, the Malkarion with Pulse, and the Chronovore with Predator. And here I'm using the Scorch Defiance for the shield and avoid getting one shot as I've explained earlier, although you're free to choose any other lantern that you want, fit in the Molten Cell. And as for the Omnicell, you're not free to choose any other Omnicell that you want because this build revolves around the Revenant Omnicell, so it should be a Revenant Omnicell. And here's the weapon with Berserker, A3 Attunement, Full Bore Chamber, Captain's Grip, and Tactician's Magazine. This is one of the best mods for the repeaters because you can keep spamming your chamber and your grip. Although if you don't have the Tactician's Magazine yet, you can always switch to Scope Sights so that your Full Bore Chamber might be able to deal high damage to the end of the Behemoth part. Or maybe any other mod that you want, but I will prefer using the Tactician's Magazine. And that's the build, guys. Alright, so let's continue our battle to the next Behemoth with a Here Chest. Alright, let's pick this one up. And Quill Shot and then Valomir in that order. So let's just start with the Quill Shot right away. Use your grip, Empower Reload, Revenant, your shield, your lantern, and your special, everything. Alright, that's Revenant. Let's cast our special. And let's try to break apart so that it does not get underground. Just maybe. Never mind, it gets underground. Up. Let's let this one little orb chase us so that we can refresh the duration a bit. There we go. Let's get close. And cast the Revenant right away, so that we can refresh the duration. And your special, never mind, you get through that one first. Alright, here comes the special, and half HP gone, just like that. As you can see, this build is just very good. It gets enraged. Oh, thankfully a part break. So it's gonna do that enraged motion once more. And special, evade in, Revenant, and a 4th HP left. Easy, let's not get hit by that one. But if you do get hit, that's fine, it's not gonna kill you because you have high amount of shield. Alright, let's try to Empower Reload, and maybe the end... Not yet. Let's keep hitting it, and yep, it's dead. Pretty easy, huh? And it's still under 1 minute, so I guess that's still very good on an overleveled Behemoth. So, yep, as I've mentioned earlier, we're gonna do that Valomir. It's very easy. Alright, since this is an Umbral weapon, which means it's gonna be able to deal higher damage on Radiant Behemoth I Hear Chest. Where is it? Oh, there is it. Alright. So let's continue our battle to the Valomir. It's still over level. I'm level 12, it's level 18, so it's still 6 level difference, so it's not recommended. But still, this build will do its work. So let's just start hitting it. Valomir will be slightly a problem because it has very high HP despite the advantageous elements. But still, let's see. Alright, let's not rashly use our Revenant and do our attacks too. Alright, part break, easy. Let's get close and use the Revenant so that we refresh the duration. Let's keep hitting it. Zero clip and reload. Alright, it failed to get into that enriched motion. Okay, easy. Where it's gonna go next? There we go. Let's use our Revenant. And maybe break this part. No, the other leg should be easier to break. Alright, break. There we go. Alright, let's try to break the other leg. Hopefully. But maybe not. Let's see where it spawns. Alright, we have no other choice but to try to hit the back leg. But I don't think we can break the leg, although it's gonna die soon. Evade through this one, Revenant and special. Never mind. Revenant is enough to kill it. And as you can see, it's still under 1 minute, I guess. So it deals very high damage, the Revenant and the special and everything else. As long as you know how to use it, please do watch the build section so that you know how this build will work mathematically and logically. So make sure you have under 20% HP so that you can deal 50% bonus damage. And that's all for the video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. It's free and you can always unsubscribe. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.